Hey everyone, what's up? It's Jaden Tyler, and it is September 13th, 2013. Happy Friday the 13th, everybody. Um, a few of the updates that have been going on so far. Um, I am just a little over a month on on the restarting process of my testosterone injection, and it's been going pretty good, surprisingly. I had a few kind of rocky grounds for the first couple of weeks or so. Mostly with like the moves, like there, I would be fine from the day of my shot up until roughly Wednesday, and then I kind of get that droppy feeling for I think like about like the first maybe 2 3 weeks, and then after that it would go up until the day before I do my shots on Fridays. So it will go from Friday to Thursday for another couple weeks. And now um, I'm doing pretty good with my moves. Like I'm going from Friday to Friday, and I'm not getting as distant. I'm not getting as agitated and whatnot. So that's been pretty good. I've actually been gaining weight back. Thank God. um, I started off at about 118, and I weighed myself last night, and I'm up to 125 so far. And I started to slowly get my working out back into my um, daily life. Mostly at home right now until I can get uh, my gym membership switched over uh, to where I'm living now, which I can do at the end of this month. So for now, I just been doing like the push up, the crunches, some weightlifting, stuff like that, and it's actually been doing pretty good. I mean, you can see the muscle definition again right here, and along my arms and whatnot. So it's and my back has been getting really defined again, which makes me extremely happy. Um, as you can tell, from my last video before I started up until now, my voice is actually starting to drop, which is fantastic. My all right here, my facial hair gotten a lot darker again. I mostly trimmed this up. I mean, can't really see it, but as you guys saw in my last video, it was really, really long and really scraggly, like, so that I trimmed it down for it now, and then next month I'm gonna actually completely shave and restart that process all over again. And my hair's been getting a lot thicker and growing out a lot faster. So a lot of really really good changes have been going on, and that makes me extremely happy. Um, but one of the major news, if anybody's actually been watching my video from start to finish, or a lot of you would already know that I have a huge fear of needles, especially with an inch and a half long needle that's going into my legs. Um, but I actually surprised myself today. I live in a house with two nurses, so my stepdad's mostly been doing my shots. My mom done two of them, but otherwise the rest of them are all left to my stepdad. But today I took it into my own hands, and I did the typical drawing it up and cleaning the area and stuff like that, and it took me all of 5 minutes, and I was actually able to stick myself and push in my injection, and I got a little queasy after, but I had also done it about a half an hour after I got up, just to, get it into my system, get it going, and I hadn't eaten yet, so that was probably my only mistake. But other than that, I actually did really good. I still have that whole poking myself issue, but uh, I think after, setting it on my leg and just kind of like poking it a few times, I was just like, you know what, screw this, stuck it, and it was pretty much done from there. So it made me quite happy to be able to actually say, I did my shot in 5 minutes, and I didn't freak out as bad as I used to. So it's a step in the right direction. And I'm also, aside from that, if anybody, like I said, have been watching my videos from the beginning to now, would know that I've been taking natural testosterone supplements, and I decided that I would get back on it a couple days ago because it's been helping me a lot, with keeping my energy going and just kind of boosting what I already have in my system just from the injection. So it's also been keeping me stabilized a lot. So I decided to start that up again, and I've been doing it for about 3 or 4 days now, and I can, personally I can tell a lot of changes. Um, so that's been going pretty good for me. Another thing that I've been doing, because I'm trying to regain my muscle mass, is I started back on my protein shakes. I've only started for a couple of days. I'm slowly introducing that back into my system where I'll do it about 2 or 3 days out of the week, and the other days, just eat a normal protein packed breakfast, and kind of go from there. And I've also, for the last month, I've been taking vitamins, just kind of boost my immune system, especially because I'm doing a lot of changes, like not severely drastically, but I am packing a lot of it in within a month. So otherwise, like it's been going pretty good. I'm still trying to work out my sleeping pattern. Here it's still been a little hectic, but I'm getting up about between 9 and 10:30 generally. There's a couple days where I'll sleep in, especially if it's a day like today where it's just really gloomy out and it doesn't make me want to wake up very well. So I've been slowly getting there with changing a lot of my habits again and trying to get on a path where I can be more healthier. Another thing that I'm gonna be doing is I would love to say a word that I'm quitting smoking cigarettes, but technically I am and technically I'm not. I'm supposed to get my e-cigarette here like today or tomorrow, one of the two. Um, so I'm going to technically quit smoking cigarettes, but for now I'm going to continue smoking, just doing it in a less harmful way. So that's my next step, and as soon as I get that, I'm just gonna switch over, and hopefully, eventually, I can say the words I quit smoking again completely. I was doing pretty good. I had 240 days under my belt until some personal issues kind of kicked that back up again. unfortunately. So I know it's not an excuse, but I've been trying the best that I can. It's just I it's from like one thing to the next to the next. Like a lot of drastic, major changes in my life have been going on, and so um, I actually got to see some family. This past weekend went from Wednesday and came back home Sunday. So that was a nice change, just kind of getting away from everything. I actually um, the closest I got to technology was pretty much playing games on Pogo with my family. We like to play a lot of word games and hidden objects. So we spent a lot of our time doing that whenever we were at the house. And I can actually say I went gambling with my mom and my grandma, and it was actually really fun. We had a really good deal for the dinner buffet. It was buy one get one free, and then me and my grandma, we had some points already on our card, so that kind of dropped an outrageously huge bill down. Um, but the best part about that day was it was all seafood. One their like thing of the day was just seafood, so I scarfed down uh about five and a half just straight up crab legs. And I mean, if anybody knows, like when I say that, is you pretty much get like a chunk of the crab leg, like the body piece of it, and then you get one big piece and you get a couple strands. So anybody who eats seafood would know what the hell I'm talking about. If you don't, either you're allergic or that's just not your thing. But I'm a huge seafood person. I love seafood. I love my shrimp. I love my crab meat. Um, I love fish. So it was nice. I actually like just had like a handful of seasoned shrimp, and I had about five and a half legs of crab. So it was pretty good. And of course I finished it off with dessert. Like my mom, my grandma just both kind of looked at me because they had these buckets sitting on a table, for the crab legs, like the shells to go into. And the lady had the one that was on the table that was filled, took it away, brought another one that got filled, took that away, and brought a third one. And then by the time the third one came out, I'm done. So my mom and my grandma were quite impressed that I scarfed down like all this food, like I didn't like I had a bottomless pit of a stomach. So hopefully that's a good side though. So uh, but I think as far as all that's concerned, as far as like the transition in my life in general, that pretty much sums up the majority of it. Another thing that's gonna possibly be happening in my life, I'm not quite sure yet. I'm gonna look more into it, but I'm debating between a career path to construction in HVAC or a career path to trucking. Um, just because either way that I go, it's right about the same amount of training time, give or take. I got about 17 weeks that I can do for my construction, and I gotta find out about my HVAC and everything, and see how to go about that. And then trucking roughly at least a year, maybe less. But nonetheless, like I'm determined to do something with my life. So. But other than that, that sums up my life in a nutshell for now. So until next time, keep safe.